Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Just coming on to do a couple quick readings. I'm going to do a reading for Sagittarius. Going to do a little bit differently this time. For whatever reason, I was just, I don't know, just thinking about this. And I guess my guides, I was meditating a few minutes ago, and I'm just going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do past, present, and future, and then we're going to get some clarifying cards on that. Today is Sunday, July 13th. According to Jamie Butler's channeling of Maitland, this is a self-care day. All right, so in the past, we have this Ace of Cups. New beginning, something new happening. Cups are love, nurturing, water signs, but this Ace of Cups is seeing things in a different perspective. So that would kind of indicate that something in the past has been seen in a different way. Present is a Three of Cups, more love, nurturing, celebration. Threes are creation and collaboration. So Sagittarius, in the present, you have Three of Cups energy, celebrating. In the future, or what we don't see or know right now, we have the Four of Cups. All of this is emotion. Cups, cups, cups. Four of Cups is literally an offer you don't see. It's something you don't see. It's feeling safe with what you have and not wanting to take a risk. So, wow. Okay, cups, cups, cups. Lots of emotion here. All right, so let's see what else the tarot wants to tell us for more information about this past, present, and future quick check-in, right? Let's see. All right, we've shuffled these up. Okay, Spirit, what else can you tell us about the past, present, future information that you're giving us here? Okay, past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. What is the next card that Sagittarius needs right now for the future? Wow, the first two popped right out immediately. Let's see. I hope you're all doing well. Please don't forget to give the video a like. I really appreciate that. That's all I ask my viewers. I don't have any ads on here. I don't have anything going on like that. I just do this because I love it. All right, so let's take a look. Past, you had that Ace of Cups and then the Ten of Cups. This indicates that in the recent past, you have been extremely happy with new opportunities and seeing things differently. More cups, cups, cups. I can't believe it. So this would also indicate to me that in the recent past, you have been had a lot of emotional things going on, Saggies. So in the recent past, it has been very emotional for you, but you have felt very emotionally fulfilled. Whatever this was that you saw in a different perspective, it brought a lot of emotional fulfillment to you. So that's really interesting there. And in the present, you had that Three of Cups, happiness, joy, celebration, and then you have the Two of Swords. Quite a different energy here. So Two of Swords is a decision, a choice, something you have to decide about. But what it's really showing us is that you're not seeing that choice. So what Spirit is giving me is happiness is a choice. So in your present day, in your present moment, if you're feeling off or feeling like something just isn't going the way that it should, it's what they're giving me is you need to see it differently. You need to make a different choice. You need to open your eyes and really see what's around you to embrace that happiness, that celebration that you had before. Something has come in between here, in between this past of the Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups energy, over into this present moment where you're not feeling that so much right now. Okay, and in the future, it's more choices. So here, with this Four of Cups, this emotional water sign energy, something you're not seeing, this whole thing is flowing right to this. The Lovers can represent Gemini, but it's also a choice. You see how they're between two pillars there? So this, to me, is reiterating that happiness is a choice, right? You were feeling this way. You were feeling like, oh, I've got the world at my fingertips. Everything is going great. Everything is wonderful. Then something comes in between that and the Three of Cups, Two of Swords energy that makes you doubt it, or you're not choosing happiness, or you're not choosing to see the happiness in the situation. And then in the future, when this Four of Cups energy is going to hit you, and it could be tomorrow, it could be next week, right? You're going to have a choice to make. And the choice would be to see this happiness and feel this happiness again. Wow. Interesting. All right, let me take the mini Gilded Tarot deck, which is the exact same deck. All right, let me shuffle these. So Saggies, it looks like you're going to have to see things a little bit differently in order to get that happiness perspective back. Happiness is a choice. Michael J. Fox has said that. I don't know if he was the one that coined it, but he has been saying that. Happiness is a choice. As some of you know, he has Parkinson's, and he went from being an extremely successful actor, very successful actor, to having Parkinson's and not really being able to. I mean, he has done a few things. I think he did Boston Legal after his diagnosis, but happiness is a choice, guys and gals, people. All right, let's see what the Gilded Tarot gave us for cards to add to in the recent past, seeing things in the perspective of happiness, going to the now, where the celebration, the Three of Cups energy is kind of blocked by you not seeing how you're able to feel this right now. Going to something in the future to do with a choice that you don't see, or that you don't want to see, or that you're blocking out. I keep hearing that. You're blocking this happiness out. They gave us the Five of Swords. This is communication, thoughts, that type of energy, picking up something and moving on. Picking up and moving on with that Five of Swords. And then the Five of Wands. You are, I think, the third sign to get this combination of the fives. Five of Swords, Five of Wands. Action, passion, practice, right? Where the Swords is communication, the Wands is action. Fives are change. Change the way you see it. Then you have the Seven of Wands. This is defending your position. Maybe some of you are defending it so hard that you're not seeing the happiness, right? You're not making the choice to see and be in this happiness. Seven of Wands. Wands, action, passion. Then you have the Devil. This is fear, anxiety, obsessiveness, obsessive compulsive behavior. It can be Capricorn. But it feels like how you got out of this Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups energy was by letting this fear come in. Maybe by being defensive and not possibly listening or changing with the information, right? The words, the thoughts, and the practice, and maybe people advising you. So when you practice, if you're practicing with a mentor, or if somebody is advising you, if you're blocking that out and you're being defensive, then you're not going to be able to move on to the choice. This is double Lovers card, right? Could be a Gemini. But what they're saying, what I'm hearing, is that you are being your own worst enemy right now. And I don't like giving those types of messages, obviously. I want everything to be peaches and cream and sunshine and rainbows. But sometimes we need a wake-up call, me included, right? So in order to get back to that Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups feeling that you have just come out of, you're going to have to take what you've learned, right? Take the advice, these fives, change some. Don't be so defensive. I know I have that as a fault, right? I'm defensive sometimes. I like to do everything perfect and to a T and 100%. And if somebody comes in and criticizes something, I have a really hard time not being defensive. That's not a good characterization of, or not a good character trait to have, right? But obsessing about it, having fear about it, being compulsive about it, dwelling on it is not going to help it. We have to make that choice to be happy. We have to make that choice to be happy, right? That's Spirit is giving me that for a reason. You know, happiness is a choice. So some of you, some of us, Sagittarians have kind of fallen out of the, oh my gosh, my life is beautiful and wonderful. It may not be perfect and I may have challenges, but I need to get back to feeling that Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups way. I'd love to know in the comments if some of you have recently been through a challenge that made you feel like that. I know for me, I've had a lot of challenges at work. So sometimes that makes me feel very defeated. And then when I get home, I don't have any energy to do anything. And sometimes that kind of sucks the happiness and joy out of things, right? Sometimes it just sucks the happiness and joy out of things for us. So I think, Saggies, what you need to know right now is that you can get back to that 10 of Cups feeling, that 10 of Cups energy. It's just seeing it in a different perspective, just like the Ace of Cups has shown us, right? That we were able to do that in the recent past, but for some reason right now, some of us are feeling defeated. We're feeling we don't have any energy. We're feeling like we're in a defensive position, right? And we're getting to this where we don't see our choice. I just can't tell you how strongly they are giving me that message about happiness being a choice. I mean, my guides are never wrong. So I know that somewhere, if this is your reading, and you'll know, I mean, if you started listening to it and it doesn't make any sense to you, then it's probably not your reading. But if it makes sense to you and you feel like, geez, last week I was so happy and now all of a sudden I'm just feeling blah, getting worried, getting in anxiety, then this is your reading. Okay, so they gave you 2 animal oracles. So Saggies, just remember, you can always change, right? 5s, change. Swords. Think of your words and thoughts or other. I feel like somebody is trying to advise you and you're bucking it. You're like, no, I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to say it that way. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do this event. That's what I'm feeling, right? Being too defensive. Not seeing your choice of getting out of the fear of that Capricorn. Okay. So the first animal they gave you is a tiger. This is number 9. This is accomplishment. Face challenges with courage and determination. Yeah, definitely. Face your challenges like a tiger with courage and determination. Love that for you. And then the Raven, another 5. Saggies, you have 3 5s in this reading. And I think the Gemini cards are 6, right? Yeah, 6. So progression. The Raven, embrace mystery and ingenuity. Yeah, so this kind of goes back to that Capricorn card where letting your fears come in. Maybe you're afraid to change. Maybe you're afraid to feel too happy because maybe the rug will get pulled out from under you. Maybe you're afraid to take that leap of faith where you can get back to this happiness. Maybe you feel just a little bit stuck right now, right? Maybe you feel a little stuck right now. Let's pull a card from the Magical Times. This is typically a very positive, upbeat, beautiful deck. So let's see what Spirit can end with for you, Saggy, from the Magical Times Oracle. Let's see. Where can we go for Saggies? Yeah, be fearless, right? Don't let that devil energy grab a hold of you and steal your happiness, right? Basically, there's a saying, don't let Satan steal your joy, okay? So don't let that creep in, Saggies. Keep the faith, keep the hope, keep looking at happiness. Oh my gosh. Confidence. Nice. Confidence. Okay. Beautiful orange card. I think is that a griffin? I think it's a griffin. Be bold. Rise up and stand tall. Feel the fire in your soul, Saggies. You are a fire sign and you are very fiery. Okay? So this right now is the time to get your happiness back. Get back into happiness mode. I'm sorry, I can't make this card stand up for some reason. And you can't even see it there. Yeah. Come on, help me out here. There we go. Overall, happiness is a choice is the message, okay? I hope this has helped. Please grab on to that spirit of the tiger. Let your fears go. Take that leap. Take that advice. Make that change, okay? I love you all, and I hope this has helped. Peace and kindness every single day.